guys, so I'm back with another video. For those that are new to my channel, hello, my name is Danielle, and I'm going to be doing the teen pregnancy stories. Everything's kind of jumbled up in my head right now. This was over 2 years ago that I found out I was pregnant. Also, it might sound a little congested because I'm a little sick. I have no clue what's going on, but apparently I'm sick. I sound a little different, so if I sound different, that's why. So today I'm going to be doing my teen pregnancy story. This was over 2 years ago, so it's kind of jumbled up in my head right now, but I'm going to try and stay on track. I don't really have any notes, which I should have written down notes, but I'm just going to go from the very beginning. So this is probably going to be pretty long, so I'm just going to go ahead and get into the story. So this all started back in 2012, summer of 2012, so summer going into my junior year. I was invited to go to my friend's party. It was a 4th of July party, and it was on 4th of July, and all my friends were there, and really it was more just like a gathering. It wasn't really a party, but whatever. I met a few of my friends there, and we were just all hanging out and chilling, and then my friend had a boyfriend, or I don't know if they were boyfriend or girlfriend yet, but they were talking or whatever, and he came over and invited his friend Graham. So basically, I met Graham then, and that's who is my child's father. That night, we didn't really talk that much. I guess he had told his friend and my friend that he thought I was cute and had a big butt or whatever. But I was actually kind of talking to someone else at the time. So, I mean, I thought he was cute, but I wasn't really like completely interested in like a relationship. Fast forward, one of the first few days of junior year starting. Wait, no, this is not junior year. This is sophomore year. Sorry guys, it's sophomore year. So a few days into my sophomore year, Andrea, which I'm sure she won't mind if I say her name. Yeah, she won't mind, I'm sure. So Andrea invited, I don't know if I should say his name either. Okay, we're just gonna say Aaron. Okay, Aaron. Andrea invited Aaron over, but Aaron was with Graham at the time. So Aaron was with Graham, like they were together, not like dating, but like, you know, like friends. They were friends and like at the same location. And so Andrea wanted to talk to Aaron to basically like hash out whatever they wanted to talk about. They wanted to talk, but Aaron was with Graham. Graham was like, I want a girl there to talk to, whatever. While you guys are talking, I don't want to be there alone. And so Andrea pretty much remembered how he said that he liked me or whatever. And so she called me and asked me if I wanted to come over. I was like, yeah, I'll come. At that time, I was 15, so I couldn't even drive. So I had my mom drive me over there. And so my mom drove me over there, and then we like basically just talked the whole time and cuddled on the chair together overnight, and that was pretty much the beginning of like us talking. And so like that was the night I followed him on Instagram and Twitter and all his social media and got his number and stuff. The next morning they had to go to work, and then we pretty much started talking from then on there. So me and Graham were talking for a while, we hung out, we basically kindled this relationship. Basically, no, I said that wrong. We started our relationship, and then we became boyfriend and girlfriend after a long time. I was playing hard to get. Like, he tried kissing me and I rejected him, and I was like, no boy, I'm not ready for that. But eventually we became boyfriend and girlfriend, and eventually we had sex. And honestly, we were crazy little lovebirds back then, so I don't even remember what time we like conceived, because we were literally in love, crazy in love, and having having sex like every single day, multiple times a day. It was bad. I probably shouldn't put that on the internet, but it's whatever. So that's what happened. So we were in a relationship, and then 4 months in, we found out I was pregnant, pretty much. I met him 4th of July, and then I found out I was pregnant in June. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, June of the next year, I found out I was pregnant. So we were pretty much talking for a year, but we were only together, dating for 4 months until I found out I was pregnant. If that makes sense. I will do a whole nother video on like how I found out, but I found out, and then that was that. So we let our families know. They were super pissed off and disappointed, and I'll get into that in a different video. That's what happened. So yeah, we told our families, and then can't really remember, around 6 weeks I started bleeding, and like bleeding a lot. I went to the ER, and they said that it was like what do they call? Basically, like my uterus had like a tear in it, so it was bleeding. But they said be careful, stay on bed rest. I thought I was like miscarrying, but they were just like, it's a tear. Like they did an ultrasound, and that's when I saw my baby for the first time, and I cried. But they wouldn't let anyone else in to see the ultrasound. I was really annoyed because like Graham couldn't even go back there with me. I was just by myself, but I still saw the baby, and that was like one of the most like surreal moments of my life. I was like, what in the world? There's a freaking baby in there. And I mean, you couldn't really see the baby. You could just see like the sack, but I was still like freaking out, and I was like, oh my god, this is freaking crazy. Like there's a real baby inside of me. And then so I was released from the hospital, told to stay on bed rest and just keep it cool. And at the time I was working at TJ Maxx, and Graham was working with his dad, I'm pretty sure. So then 8 weeks comes around, and that's when, no, I think around 7 weeks, I started my morning sickness was horrible. I could not keep anything down. Oh man, that was probably the most like near-death experiences I've ever had in my life, and like I'm not joking, like I'm not exaggerating. It was like so scary, honestly. Around 7 weeks, that's when it started. I couldn't keep anything down. I just thought, oh, it's morning sickness. This happens to everyone. Then 8 weeks comes, and I am just in bed, miserable, like puking every second. And then there was like a scent that was downstairs in like our bathroom, and I would take it away because every time I smelled it, I would just like puke. Literally the smell of it just like made me like want to barf. And so I would like put it away somewhere else, and it would magically just keep appearing in the bathroom, and pregnancy hormones did not go well with that. And so I was lashing out at everyone like, why are you putting this back in the bathroom? I'm taking it out for a reason. But anyways, after that, yeah, I was throwing up constantly. I could not handle what was going on. Like I literally could not handle it. So I went to the ER again, and throughout all of this, I do not have insurance, by the way. So you can only imagine the hospital bills that I have. Ridiculous. So I went to the ER, and basically they kept me there. I was so dehydrated, it was crazy because I couldn't keep down any liquids, nothing. I was so dehydrated. I had lost 30 pounds in a week because I was just there at 6 weeks, so they knew how much I weighed, and they were like, yeah, we need to keep you, we need to watch you, get you on IVs, and make sure that you can eat. They actually admitted me, and I stayed for 5 days, and it was the worst time of my life. I was like, I am not delivering my baby here. I cannot stand this place. I just hated it. So yeah, I stayed there for a week. They ended up figuring out that I had like sludge in my gallbladder and basically just hormones. That's what was happening. So I was actually diagnosed with Hyperemesis Gravidarum, and if you don't know what it is, you can look it up. It's basically just excessive throwing up. My doctor literally came in and said, you have a choice of keeping this baby, which was so messed up. Like, I was like, what? They were like, you have a choice of keeping this baby and risking 2 lives, or you can get an abortion and save your life. I'm 16 right now. I was like, I want to keep my baby. And she's like, okay, well, I can't tell you the outcome. And I was like, tears. Got released from the hospital. They tried to get me on a Zofran pump. Insurance. I didn't have maternity insurance, so it didn't cover it. And so I was basically sent home with the same prescription that they gave me in IV Zofran, but in a pill form. Went home, didn't work, because you have to take water with your pills. I was just throwing up the water, and then the pill was coming up with it. So I was throwing that up, so I went back to my doctor, got different type of pills, ondestrone, which I think is like the generic for Zofran, didn't work. And then finally they found something, and this is towards the end of my pregnancy now, and they found that Zooplins, they're dissolvable, basically breath strips that just sit on your tongue and work like a charm, because I didn't have to take water with it, so it just dissolves on your tongue and it tastes amazing. It's like a breath strip. And that worked for me wonders. I was still throwing up 15 times a day instead of 30. But I honestly did feel a lot better. And honestly, like, I almost died. Like, I don't think I'm expressing that enough. But I literally was in the hospital for 5 days because they didn't know what to do, because I was throwing up so bad. I lost 30 pounds in a week, and they thought I was basically killing myself. Like, not purposefully, but like, you know. I'm not gonna lie, after I went to the hospital and things were still bad, I did think about getting an abortion. I was like, oh my gosh, is this gonna be like this forever? And like, I'm totally against abortion. I would never, ever, ever get an abortion. But at that time, I was seriously, especially coming from like a medical professional telling me that I'm basically going to die if I don't get rid of the baby, which sounds horrible because that baby is my life now. It was honestly so scary. I just remember crying all the time throughout my pregnancy, crying because it sucked. Felt like I was dreaming. I was in a haze. Like, pregnancy is so glamorized. I'm not even kidding. It's not like that in real life. At least for me, it wasn't. I completely hated pregnancy, honestly. I loved the way that my body looked in pregnancy, except for the end when I looked like a whale. Throughout the entire thing, I hated it, except for the way that I looked, because I did lose 30 pounds, hey. So, yeah, basically after that, I gave birth to a beautiful little girl named Lacey. She was 6 pounds, 13 ounces, 19.5 inches long, and she was born at 1:48 a.m. I went in for induction because I was 40. At 39 weeks, I went in for my last appointment, and I told my doctor, I said, I am not keeping this baby in for like 42 weeks. I said, I want this baby out ASAP. So my due date was March 11th, and I went in March 13th for my induction date. I was like, I'm not keeping this baby in any longer. I was in labor for 28 hours. I didn't have her until March 15th, 2014, and she came out so easy. I can do a labor and delivery story though. Pushed 8 minutes, she was out, and it was amazing. The most beautiful thing in my entire life. But honestly, I had the epidural. I slept during my entire labor. I don't really remember much. And then I just remember them putting her on my chest and me saying, the first thing I ever said was, "This is a real baby!" And I just started bawling. And then, yeah, but that's my labor and delivery story. So I don't know if I should make one, but I can make a more detailed one. I'll just have to get details from Graham. So after I gave birth, July 4th of 2014, Graham proposed and I said yes. And then in November of 2015, we got married. Yeah, I'm now married and I'm a mom, and life is pretty crazy, but it's getting on the right track. Graham is going into the military, and I want to become an OBGYN actually, or a nurse practitioner. I haven't really decided yet. I graduated high school early, in fact, and Graham did too. Life's been pretty crazy these past couple years, but I honestly wouldn't change it for the world. She's my life. And I could have talked more about how like you shouldn't get pregnant so young, but I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. There's so many things out there that say do not get pregnant young, which if I could have redone it, obviously I love my little girl, but if I could have redone it, I would have never even put anything near me, if you know what I mean. That's just how life is. I mean, yes, I do sometimes regret it, but I don't. I just like kind of like reminisce on all the times that I used to go out with my friends and like how I don't get to have that college experience like some of my other friends do, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think it's pretty normal, and you just kind of wish that you could be doing those things too. However, I completely would not change my life at all. I love my little baby, and she's my life. I love her. I just love her so much. She's so cute, and I just want to play with her all the time. Right now, she's actually at preschool. Otherwise, she would be in this video. But I can put in a few pictures. She's literally my life and the light of my life, and literally all the scrumbly, lumptious words you could ever think in the entire world. That is what she is. She's so funny and so sassy. Do not get on her bad side, because she is sassy. Now she is 2, so I forgot to mention that. I was 16 and pregnant, had her at 17, and now I am 19. So she's 2. Maybe if things start going our way, there may be number 2 coming up. Maybe. No, Graham does not want another one right now at all. And honestly, I would probably want to wait maybe about 6 months. 6 like, that is so not long at all. But honestly, like, our lives are on track. He's going into the military, and if the time is right, then the time is right. But he doesn't want one for like another like 5 years, but Mama always gets her way. But so yeah, that is basically my teen pregnancy story. We have beaten all the statistics so far. I have graduated high school, he has graduated high school, I'm in college, he is going into the military, and we are married, which is kind of not very typical. I don't know, I just feel like we've overcome a lot of things. It's definitely been hard, especially being married this young. If you watch my Snapchats, you know what I'm saying. If you guys have questions, leave them down below, because I would love to answer them and get more video suggestions. I probably left out a ton of stuff, like I said, because I'm just crazy. My mind is whatever. Alright guys, well, I will see you in the next video. Leave video suggestions down below. Like this video if you liked it, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure you follow me on all my social media links. My Snapchat is Danielle M. Hall. So follow me on there, and you guys will see more of me and more of Lacey, which I really need to put her in a video, but it's just so hard because the only time I can film right now, it's summer for me for college. So and she goes to preschool, so it's better to film during the day when she's like not around, because like I said, she's sassy and she always gets her way and spoiled, whatever. Yeah, so like I said, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! So today I'm going to be doing the teen pregnancy, or husband at the time. He's my husband now, which is a whole other story. No. And it's what Princess Kate had. I don't know if you guys know that, So I was, sorry. In October of 2015, or November. But Mama always gets her way, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, okay, that was probably very weird. I don't know, I really want Snickers. So, yeah, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. You know how like when they say you have pregnancy brain and then afterwards you have mommy brain? I think it's just an excuse, but I have mommy brain. Probably not even gonna put this in the freaking video. What am I doing? I really want Snickers! I found one. Baby. I promise guys, I'm way more funnier in my video. What? That doesn't even make sense. I'm so much more funnier. I'm way more funnier. That did make sense. I'm way funnier in my videos. It's just I felt like this one had to be serious. I don't even know why I'm eating this because I have horrible cavities right now. I probably have some in my teeth too. I just ate spaghetti. What's your favorite chocolate? Let me know. You guys couldn't tell that I was just on the ground. Ow! My cavities! Ow! Oh. Yes, I'm still eating it because it tastes so good. Alright guys. Deuces. The other one, oh, so freaking cute guys. Has this